So just to start going into it a little bit, when I was a young book, I struggled a lot with my mental health and just integrating. A lot of my mental health struggles were kind of situational issues. There's a lot of cultural integration issues moving to this country, having family that was kind of separating, and I was trying to fully assimilate and separate myself from my family and from my culture of origin, and etc., trying to fit in more. So all of those issues kind of started a kind of world war internally, psychologically, and within just a sense of complete sense of no idea who I am, where I'm going in life, what's the purpose of life, had all these questions. And as a teenager, I was kind of more interested in socializing and experimenting in my social life, but not really asking those deeper questions until I graduated high school and started my college career. So I went to school for psychology for my undergrad, and I was simultaneously kind of exploring all of these questions about, what's the purpose in life and etc. And I was learning about the world of psychology, and part of me was kind of resisting. I was super interested in the field and was so kind of passionate about it, but then simultaneously feeling like, is this even real? Like my own stigma, or the stigma that was in my particular Egyptian culture that was kind of fed to me as a young person, that this is not something real, this is actually something to be ashamed of, and you shouldn't really talk about these issues. So growing up that way, there was like a war in me. So I felt that I needed to kind of answer some questions. First, I needed to understand, what were my morals, what are my values, where do I stand when it comes to faith and my belief system, and then also at the same time understand the world of psych from a certain concept, so that I could then make sense of it and destigmatize it, because I was so passionate about it, and I felt that it was going to be so helpful for people to kind of help people through this journey of life. So that's what I did, and I started to explore. So I ended up reading a lot and doing a lot of having a lot of conversations with all different people, and just a lot of research and exploration. And then I started to really get into the world of Christianity and Christian theology. And I now am part of, and I have always been, but just definitely more readily become a believer and associated with the Coptic Orthodox Church, which for most people is a very, very small minority. But if we were to give it sort of some clarity, it's kind of pre-Protestant, pre-Catholic, pre-Eastern Orthodox Christian orthodoxy. It's very, very similar to the Eastern Orthodox churches, the Greek and the Russian, similar to the Catholic in some respects. So lots of rituals, there are sacraments, there are hierarchy of clergy and leaders in the church. And so it's, again, and culturally Egyptian, so Coptic meaning Egyptian. So that was kind of the religion that I abide by now. And that came through a lot of exploration and a lot of reading and a lot of kind of soul searching. So what then I started to do is, okay, now that I'm in agreement with this faith, and I really see that there's a value in the world of psych. Now I need to conceptualize this from my Christian perspective. So how can I understand faith? How can I understand the psyche, and how can I kind of understand it from a Christian perspective? So the next video I'm going to post is really just going to be about how I conceptualize it from an Orthodox perspective. So you probably might have no interest in this, but this is something that's really interesting for me, because it really helped me destigmatize and really just value our mental health even more, and really just get it in alignment with valuing our physical health, because that's just what we do as a society. For some reason, we value medical conditions, physical ailments far more than we do psychological ailments, and they are one and the same in my perspective. So I need to be valued equally. So we're going to talk about that.